In this video, we will talk about the 115 charges on Manchester City. Sports Diary will explain the massive Manchester City scandal in detail and what could happen if they get prosecuted. Manchester City has been charged with 115 breaches of the Premier League's financial regulations over a 9-year period from 2009 to 2018. These charges are serious and multifaceted, primarily revolving around financial fair play, FFP, and profit and sustainability, PSR rules. Manchester City is getting accused of the following 5 types of breaches of the Premier League's financial regulations. Number 1. There are 54 charges for failure to provide accurate financial information. This includes allegations of inflating sponsorships revenues to disguise additional funding from the club's owners, which violates financial fair play rules destined to ensure clubs spend within their means based on actual revenues. Number 2. 14 allegations of misreporting manager and player compensation. The club faces 14 charges for not accurately reporting player and manager compensation. One significant case involves former manager Roberto Mancini, who allegedly received additional payments through a consultancy arrangement with a club owned by City's owner, Sheikh Mansour, in Abu Dhabi. Number 3. Non-compliance with UEFA regulations. There are 5 charges relating to City's failure to adhere to UEFA's club licensing and financial fair play regulations. This includes similar issues to those with the Premier League's rules. Number 4 are the profitability and sustainability breaches. 7 charges involve breaches of the Premier League's profitability and sustainability regulations, specifically from 2015 to 2018. These rules aim to prevent clubs from spending beyond their means to achieve financial stability and sustainability. Number 5 is the obstruction of investigation. The club has been charged 35 times for allegedly failing to cooperate with the Premier League's investigation. This includes not providing required documents and information in a timely manner, which has hindered the investigation process. The potential consequences for these breaches are severe and could include points deductions, significant fines, transfer bans, or even expulsion from the Premier League. The independent commission handling the case has broad powers to impose sanctions if City is found guilty. This is what current Man City manager Pep Guardiola had to say.
We are already being condemned. So like what's happened right now, these weeks after Monday, it's happened the same what happened in UEFA. That UEFA, it was a condemned. We had already accusation, now we have just charge. Why should, in that moment when overturned the situation, what they told me before the defend accusation for UEFA, the club proved that we're completely innocent, why should not think right now when there is not even accusation, it's just condemned, it's just charges or suggestions. So you have to understand that between 90 teams of the Premier League is accusing us without letting us the opportunity to defend. And the word of my club, my owner, my chairman, my CEO, my people explain everything during these 3 or 4 years. You know exactly on what side I am.
You're confident and obviously innocent until proven guilty, clearly. But because of the unprecedented number of charges over such a long period of time, does it sadden you that inevitably there will be some out there, people watching on, who will reach a conclusion that some of the achievements, the record-breaking achievements that you've brought to this club are tainted?
Another side, I would say that we are lucky we live in a marvelous country that we have a society when everyone, like you said, is innocent until proven guilty. We didn't have this opportunity. We are already sentenced and tough. What's going to happen, I don't know. So, in the other side, I'm happy that we are here because, like UEFA happened, okay, we have the chance to defend. We cannot defend. I think we have a good lawyers, but we cannot say that UEFA had the bad lawyers. And I think the Premier League supported for 19 teams to put it out for the Premier League are going to take a good lawyers too, to defend the position like we're going to defend our position. I would have loved to wait and see, and the time will see, or the time will dictate what is going to happen. And just in case we are not innocent, we will accept what the judge, the Premier League decide. But what happens if in the same situation that UEFA happened, we are innocent? What happened to restore or pay back our damage? Because the damages now is for 1 decade, 8, 9, 10.
It's fair to say that Pep Guardiola believes Manchester City's board is innocent and believes Man City should be reimbursed for the damages done if the charges aren't correct. What does Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher have to say about the charges against Man City?
It is, because Manchester City, and rightly so, they defend themselves. They say they're innocent of all charges. But if you're innocent of all charges, why do people keep saying we're going to be kicked the can down the road? This is going to go on for 2 to 4 years. Manchester City don't want this. Man City supporters don't want it. The Premier League don't want it. It's not good when we're talking about one of the greatest teams that we've seen of all time in the Premier League and managers, that there's this almost asterisk above it until this is sorted out. So my message to Manchester City would be this needs to get sorted sooner rather than later, just for your own reputation, because there's no doubt about it. If Manchester City get a guilty on this, all this that we're talking about will be tainted. There's no doubt about that. And in terms of Pep Guardiola, you've said in the last 4 or 5 years, other teams have spent more. Yes, you're right. But to get to the point to entice Pep Guardiola, the best in class manager they could get, the best in Begiristan, the whole Barcelona model was built for him. So he's actually more important than buying Erling Haaland. They've brought Pep Guardiola to the club on the back of these charges that are there. So these need answering sooner rather than later, and we can't be waiting 2 to 4 years, because that is just a mess for Man City, but also everybody else competing in the Premier League.
That is certainly what the reports seem to be suggesting.